Maguire, Shaw, Martinez. Manchester United injury news and return. Dates ahead of Brentford. Man United will be back in Premier League action this weekend after the international break. As they look to chase down the Champions League qualification spots, Erik ten Hag will be breathing a sigh of relief. As Manchester United prepare for the return of the Premier League this weekend after the international break, though the Reds did not escape the break without new injury issues, ten Hag's side traveled to Brentford on Saturday knowing a victory could put the pressure on those above in the race for Champions League qualification. Before this weekend's matches, United sit 9 points outside the traditional top 4 spots in the Premier League. However, England looks set to gain an extra Champions League spot this season thanks to UEFA's decision to expand the competition. 2 extra places will be handed to the top 2 nations in the coefficient rankings that England currently leads comfortably. Therefore, 5th place would also be enough for a spot in the Champions League, and there is just a 6-point gap between United, 6th, and Tottenham Hotspur, 5th. With the season still alive, men's sport has rounded up the latest injury news from Old Trafford. Harry Maguire injury. Unknown what we know, Maguire was substituted early in the defeat to Brazil and was limping as he exited the pitch. England confirmed after the game he had left the Three Lions training camp and was back with United. Luke Shaw injury. Muscular what we know, United's fullback sustained a muscle injury in February which was thought would keep him out of action for just a few months. However, Gareth Southgate admitted the defender was in a race against the clock to return to full fitness before the end of the season. Potential return date unknown. Lisandro Martinez injury, knee. What we know, the popular Argentinian defender may have received a boost this week, with the Daily Mail reporting the defender returned to England early after spending some time with his international teammates. This has fueled speculation that he could return to the playing squad sooner rather than later. Potential return date, April. Casemiro injury, muscular what we know, the Brazilian midfielder sustained a muscle injury before the clash with Liverpool in the FA Cup. Ten Hag insisted at the time he would be a big miss. Potential return date, unknown. Johnny Evans injury, knock what we know, Evans suffered a minor knock before the international break but should be fit for the Premier League's return this weekend. Potential return date, March 30th versus Brentford. Altay Bayender injury, muscular what we know, Bayender suffered a minor muscle strain before the international break but is expected to be available for action soon. Potential return date, March 30th versus Brentford. Omari Forson injury, unknown what we know, United's youngster picked up an unknown injury recently and will be out of action for an undetermined amount of time while he recuperates. Potential return date, unknown. Anthony Martial injury, groin what we know, Martial underwent surgery after picking up his groin injury at the start of the year. It is hoped he will be back before the end of the campaign when his contract expires. Potential return date, April. Tyrell Malaysia injury, knee what we know, Malaysia has missed the entirety of this season due to a serious knee injury and it looks unlikely he will return to the first-team squad before the season ends. Potential return date, unknown. Discover Manchester United's potential transfer targets for the upcoming summer window, including many rising stars. Despite a relatively quiet January transfer window for Manchester United, the speculation surrounding potential summer signings intensifies. With Erik ten Hag's side focused on their on-field performances, we delve into the latest rumors. We will evaluate 5 players who could be on the club's radar during the upcoming transfer window. 1. Giorgio Scalvini, a defensive gem from Atlanta. Manchester United's fruitful history with Atlanta could pave the way for a move for young centre-back Giorgio Scalvini. At just 20 years old, Scalvini has already established himself as a regular in Serie A, showcasing maturity beyond his years. Despite his tender age, he has displayed remarkable versatility with the ability to operate adeptly in midfield. Scalvini's emergence on the scene has not gone unnoticed, and his recent international debut for Italy underlines his immense potential. With questions looming over the future of established defenders like Victor Lindelof and Raffaele Varane, Scalvini could offer a youthful yet promising solution to bolster Manchester United's backline. To Jarrad Branthwaite, a Premier League prodigy from Everton. Another young defensive prospect on Manchester United's radar is Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite. At 21 years old, Branthwaite boasts valuable Premier League experience, having made significant strides in his development with consistent performances for the Toffees. Impressively, the England under-21 international has already garnered attention from multiple clubs, including Manchester United, thanks to his commanding presence at the heart of defence. Branthwaite's blend of physicality, composure, and tactical acumen makes him an intriguing prospect for the Red Devils as they seek to bolster their defensive options. For the future, João Neves, a midfield maestro from Benfica. Amidst the midfield speculation, Benfica's João Neves has emerged as a potential target for Manchester United. Despite the Portuguese club's denial of any talks with the Red Devils, Neves' impressive performances have caught the eye of European scouts. At just 19 years old, Neves has showcased maturity beyond his years, thriving in his defensive midfield role for Benfica. His composure on the ball, tactical intelligence, and ability to dictate play make him an enticing prospect for Manchester United's midfield engine room. As the club looks to add depth and quality to its midfield options, Neves could emerge as a shrewd investment for the future. For Evan Ferguson, a rising star from Brighton. In the quest to bolster their attacking arsenal, Manchester United has set its sights on Brighton's Evan Ferguson. At just 18 years old, Ferguson has burst onto the scene with his prolific goal-scoring exploits, earning rave reviews for his performances in the Premier League. Despite his youth, Ferguson has displayed a maturity beyond his years, showcasing an instinct for finding the back of the net. With the potential to develop into a formidable striker, Ferguson represents a long-term investment for Manchester United's attacking options, offering both quality and potential in equal measure. 5. Bruno Guimarães, a Brazilian dynamo from Newcastle United. As financial constraints loom over Newcastle United, Bruno Guimarães has emerged as a potential casualty, presenting an opportunity for Manchester United. The Brazilian midfielder's quality and experience in the Premier League make him an appealing target for the Red Devils, as they seek to strengthen their midfield ranks. Guimarães' tenacity, vision, and ability to dictate the game's tempo could significantly boost Manchester United's midfield, offering a dynamic presence in the centre of the park. As Manchester United gears up for the summer transfer window, the club faces crucial decisions regarding potential signings to strengthen their squad. With promising talents like Giorgio Scalvini, Jarrad Branthwaite, João Neves, Evan Ferguson,